Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa, your grief guide. Thanks for joining us. I have been sharing people's incredible journeys of grief, and today I have Hank with us. And Hank has a unique perspective and a unique journey in grief. And so I wanted him to be able to share that with us today. So, hi, Hank.
Hi.
Hi. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Yeah. My stepson Nathan died 3.5 years ago. I've been with his mother for almost 16 years. I was with him since he was 14. And so I saw a lot of changes. And I was there for a lot of things. And he was coming home from Wisconsin and car accident. And yeah, it was totally unexpected because we thought he was just coming home, you know.
Mm-hmm. And how would you say your journey has been, like being a stepfather? Like, how have you experienced your grief with Nathan's death within the family?
Directly and indirectly. I have my own personal, and then of course, I'm with and supporting my wife and Nathan's father, which happens to be a good friend of mine from school. And hard. Because I feel like for me, I've put, mine is a different perspective as well, because I was going through personal health issues, which I don't think really is relevant, but they were bad, and it set me back from dealing with Nathan.
Because you were having to tend to your own personal...
Yeah. And I was feeling it, but
sure,
I was hyper-focused on me. And yeah, and then when I was looking at it and feeling it, then that was a whole separate thing.
Sure.
Because that could have started earlier, but it didn't.
Sure. So it was kind of a delayed grief. Yeah, because there were other things that were taking up space in your body and your soul and your mind.
Yeah.
So when you finally were able to grieve and feel this loss, what was that like for you?
It was definitely enlightening. I felt very heavy, and just being able to cry and just release and let go of that built up anguish. I was at a retreat. I cried a little bit, at his funeral. I did cry at his funeral, but not like after doing retreats and just really digging and thinking about what I'm feeling. And then I opened up. And then once that happened, it was just it's liberating because there's so much that you hold on to, and if, you know.
Sure, of course. And thank you for mentioning retreats because,
Yeah.
you know, at Grief Guide, we also lead
Yeah.
grief retreats. And oftentimes people think in grief, it's almost counterintuitive to be silent or to be still or to allow yourself space for grief. But that's exactly what we need, because in our real life out there, you know, we are not still, we're not silent, we don't give ourselves time and space to grieve, right? And that's the purpose of retreats, of time set apart to be able to do it. So it doesn't surprise me at all that that's where you felt that you could actually feel and you could actually grieve and let go, right?
Yeah.
And that needs to be said. That's beautiful.
Your retreat, I remember feeling this way after. I remember looking back, it took time. It's not something that I like wake up one day and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to grieve and I only have 10 minutes. It's something that I wanted to sit with for a while. And it wasn't something planned. It was something that just happened. And it took hours for me to be relaxed enough in here for me to really be honest with myself and just let go. And it was not even planned. I felt it, and then I've had to learn how to let the valves stay open. Because it's real easy for me to kind of try to like, no, I'm not gonna.
Don't let it come, right? It
Yeah.
might be too scary, too much,
Yeah.
you know, too intense. Yeah.
So I'm working with sitting with it. And sometimes it's not very long, but sometimes it's overwhelming.
Right. But I think it's so healthy, and I think it's so wise to not run from the pain, or to not push it down somewhere, or to not avoid it, because we all know that grief will find us. It always does. So if you had to say, Hank, like, besides like maybe retreats and allowing yourself to really sit with the pain and feel it and move through it, have there been any other things on your grief journey that have been helpful to you?
Yeah. I've switched things a little bit. We've switched things around. We've redefined certain holidays. For instance, like what we've done with Christmas. I like putting up the tree, and now it's a Green Bay tree because Nathan was a Green Bay fan, and I'm not really a football fan, but I am now, and I love Green Bay because of Nathan. And now it's not a Christmas tree, it's a Green Bay tree. It says Green Bay at the top, it's got Green Bay ornaments, it's green and yellow, you know, and yeah, it's, I like doing stuff like that. I like sitting with all of our things that we have of him. We have like a memorial inside the house and outside the house, and I like sitting with that stuff. I like adding to it. We have candles that we light all the time. They're lit right now, you know.
I've heard that you do something with lanterns.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I put lanterns that Teresa gets. She's gotten them from different places, friends. and she likes these lanterns, and I put them in a heart arrangement around the yard, so it just envelops the whole yard. And we went and got Nathan, big letters, and we put Nathan in the yard, and we put that out there on his birthday and on the day that he died.
Yeah, I think what you describe is what I think a lot of people sometimes need. They need tactile things that they're doing, whether it's with their hands, whether they're being creative, whether they're building something. And it sounds to me like that's been a comforting, healing part of your grief journey, whether it's the tree or the garden or the lanterns, that it's a way that you kind of live through your grief and remember Nathan and honor his life. And yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. One of the areas outside that we have a memorial for him, there's a chair where you can sit, and there's a picture of him, and there's a fishing pole, and there's other things that just are obviously Nathan, and you could just sit there and just hang out with Nathan, and almost every time I walk into the house, I can look over at the picture and I'm just like, hey, what's up, Nate? In here,
sure, of course. And even if you
sometimes
said it out loud,
I do say it out loud,
of
but
course.
most of the time it's just I'm acknowledging, hey,
yeah,
what's up, Nate?
of course, of course, yeah, that's beautiful. So is there anything else that like if you had to say to somebody listening, like, do this, if you don't do anything else, like do this one thing to help yourself while you're grieving?
Give yourself space and grace.
That's a good one. Yeah, space
and
grace. Yes. And as you said, even when you set time aside, like we're so used to our culture being so instant, right? And so rushing, and so on to the next thing. And so when you say that, give yourself space and grace to know that grief and grieving is an unfolding, long process that takes a long time. Yeah.
Right, it's going to be forever.
Yeah, and that this isn't a competition. It's not a race. We're not trying to beat somebody. Yeah.
We don't have to hurry up and get back to life.
Exactly.
And be the same,
Yes.
Like I know for sure, like my wife feels the same way. It's not the same.
No.
So I have just day to day coming at it from a new learning perspective every day. It's new
every day.
It's because it's a new day post Nathan dying.
Correct.
3.5 years. It's only been 3.5 years.
Correct.
The new has only been 3.5 years.
Yes, compared to all of
it's
this.
Not
yes,
all
exactly.
of this, and it's been 3.5 years.
Yes.
It's more realistic to just say it's only been 3.5 years.
Absolutely, and I love that you use the word only, because it is only 3.5 years, and that's a very short period of time when someone has been ripped out of your life by death in such a violent, tragic way.
Yeah.
Right. And so thank you for saying that. I think that everybody needs to hear that, that's grieving. And to know that your process is your process, right? And it takes as long as it takes. And, there's no finish line. And you wake up every day and you move through it the best you can. Yeah. So that's a good one.
And crying's okay.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Guys, come on.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Really.
Thank you.
Who are we trying to impress?
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Hank.
It's all about us going through the process. So really, you're holding back yourself from yourself.
Yeah. That's a good last word. I like that. Come on, guys. It's okay for you to cry too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hank. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.